What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and welcome to today's very exciting Clash of Clans video. We have 10 top players here at CrunchTime, all Town Hall 12s, who are going to be battling off against 10 players from Phantom KS in the EWU Town Hall 12 tournament. This is a 1-hour war. You are going to see every attack back to back so that you can see all of the excitement of this battle. If you're new to the channel, you want to see daily Clash of Clans videos, be sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell. But let's fast forward to the very first attack of this war. Okay, we are in. The first attack here is by CrunchTime and Achilles. It is a queen charge into Lava Loon. Let's see which angle he's coming in from here. Starting out with the queen charge over at 4 o'clock. Going to be busting in. He has them 5 wall breakers and the freeze spell to get direct access into this compartment. Try and get the queen, jump across to the eagle, and look at these channels here where he can then reach the town hall as well. Beautiful stuff. So here we go. The queen is going to have to get into this compartment here. The P.E.K.K.A is going to have to open things up a little bit more here. I'm worried that the queen is not going to go in, but she should now. Gets that king in. Now she's going to redirect in towards that multi. Beautiful stuff. The archers will stall her a little bit alongside the lava hound, but once that pops, there is not a lot of damage within this area. The main threat is the healers getting hit by the multi-inferno. You can see that happening right now, and they are getting incredibly low on health. Has the minions in to get rid of them lava pups as fast as possible, but the healers go down. Only one survives, and this is going to mean that the queen charge is not going to get as much value as intended. That jump spell is going to be swagged pretty much. In it comes. The queen's ability is already used. Uses the one rage spell. Interesting to do that, but needs to put everything towards the eagle. Not quite enough though with one rage. I thought he might have saved that for the lava loon, especially over the town hall, but let's see how it goes from here. Minions quickly in to try and activate that town hall. Needs to get to the 51% prior to getting there. We're getting close. 45. Needs some more trash buildings going down. 48. Can he time it perfectly? And he does. Giga Tesla activated right as the balloons get there. That is perfection right there. But coming through to the end of the base, there's a lot here. The queen charge was obviously meant to get up to this area, not quite going across to the town hall as first intended, but either way, Lava Loon is able to get through that with the Grand Warden's ability. We are going to stall out at around about 70% here. Brilliant stuff in terms of this attack. Remember, you cannot not get a 2-star within these wars. It's just going to end in disaster for you because you've basically lost a star, and it's only one attack. You can only hit one base once, so that is it. We're going to close out, like we said, at around about 70% here, so nothing to grumble about. A good percentage, but CrunchTime will definitely be disappointed at them healers. Great defensive play with the lava hound stalling things up here, but can Phantom KS bounce back? CrunchTime not messing around here. Demon in with the hog riders. So the lava loon didn't work out. Can we get the kill squad hogs to work? So going to press everything to the town hall. Where is the queen? She is a decent distance away here, but we can hopefully get the eagle and use the skelly spells over there for the queen, and then hopefully the hog riders can just come straight through the main defenses here. Giga Tesla taking a little bit of time to get through because the lava hound is there. Queen is going to pop that in a second. Nothing to support the queen. Going to have to press that ability in a second. We would like her into the base. Press that queen ability. Ooh, that is nerves of steel to wait until the queen gets there, but it pays off because it allows the queen that little bit longer. Get through, get that expo and the wizard tower. Recovery there from CrunchTime. Talk about nerves of steel. That was fantastic. She's safe, hitting a wall, guys. she's doing okay here. Hog Riders coming through that dangerous area. All of the defenses, plenty of heal spells at this point. We've got the 2 Skelly spells and freeze spells for when we hit the Queen. The Grand Warden's ability still intact. Hog Riders have split a little bit here. We've got the Skelly spells in. A couple of Hog Riders activated the Tornado and Giant Bombs there, so nothing too crucial, but we are losing Hog Riders fast. We did put a couple up to the top there, trying to freeze and just snipe up that Wizard Tower, and it works. That could prove beneficial, but I think we might stall out here. He's still got a lot of Hog Riders. He's still got 1 heal. He might be able to salvage this and make it work. Either way, we are well passing 70%, closing in at 80% once the Hog Riders move through these defenses. Plenty of hogs, only the Inferno Tower. Are there any giant bombs remaining that could stop him here? Demon charging forward for the 3 stars. Cannon goes down. Tesla and Archer Tower are going to be history in a second. Hog Riders get sprung off by the spring trap, but it is not enough, and with 44 seconds remaining, he should be able to clean this one out for a triple. We have miners, we have wizards, we have cleanup troops around the base, and Hog Riders able to close in towards the Archer Queen statue. There she is with the Skelly spells, wiping her out. 3 stars for CrunchTime. Phantom KS need to come back with their first attack and get themselves a 3-star. Phantom KS with their first attack of the war. What can they do? It is the 3 stars. Have I just given them a little bit of what am I trying to say? Have I jinxed them with this one? I don't know. They're using the Hog Riders, which just got the 3-star, is what I meant to say. The King able to power down that left-hand side, take out that area. The P.E.K.K.A. with the Wizard creates the funnel over to the right, allowing the Queen to come in, just waiting until that air defense goes down before placing the healers. Very nice touch there. Means that the healers aren't going to get damaged, and also the P.E.K.K.A. and the King have gone down. The healers will not switch. The wall breakers, oh, I thought they were going to activate the Giga Tesla there, but they didn't. Queen has walked slightly here, not the end of the world. She gets the multi, she's going to get the Queen, but she needs to shift back across to the left to get to the town hall, and I don't think it's going to happen. Does have the slammer, so as a backup plan he can bring the Hog Riders in here and then slammer that town hall, or even use the Grand Warden's ability. The Eagle Artillery though did its own slamming onto the healers, and that is not good news for Phantom KS. Puts a little pack of Hog Riders in by the town hall. Looks like saving the slammer for that. Again, you have to get the 2 stars, so he's clearing out defenses here, and that slammer will be seen to come in right at the end. Hog Riders are taking a huge hit from the Eagle Artillery here, and they have spread around the base a little bit as well. Still got plenty of troops that he can try and maximize on percentage. Let's zoom out and see how we look here. No chance of the 3-star, but how much percentage can Phantom KS get here? Low Riders with the Hog Riders. In comes that slammer once he hits that 51% towards the town hall. Has a couple of loons there as well. What is inside it? There is a sweeper here. Should be able to take it down, no problem. Slammer's going to get a little bit of hit on that as well. What is even in that? They are taking it down quick. Is it miners? Is it Hog Riders? I can't quite see, guys. It is going down, but they're not going to get it. It is a 1-star from Phantom KS, so that puts CrunchTime 2 stars in the lead at this point. Can they have a miraculous comeback? We've seen some crazy things in Clash of Clans. We have Kevin of CrunchTime, who is not going to be messing around here. The Lava Loon, he is an absolute beast with. Sends in that Coconut Loon first in order to allow the Baby Dragon to create that funnel. Nice use of the Ice Golem, just to tank initially, freeze onto the multi to allow the wall breakers through, and the King has set up the funnel on the left for the Queen to come straight into the base here. Going to be able to take out the multi-Inferno and the town hall alongside that air defense. Quite good value there, we must say, from the queen, but she has to go into the base. Woo, we seen the queen on the previous war that we covered do a number of, let's just say, questionable things, but this queen knows what she's doing, snipes off that town hall, gets that multi-inferno, and now we have the slammer coming in from the bottom of the base. Look at the air sweepers here, both pointed up towards the northwest area, so clearly the Lalo is going to come from this angle, and we come in from a massive portion around it with the Sui Lalo or the Hero Dive Lalo. You have to come in from each and every angle because you don't always have the pathing for your Lalo, and he needs to get onto that eagle. So he's got balloons coming from each and every angle here, gets a good pack of them to the middle. The tornado trap very well in its place there next to the eagle artillery, and that might stop him from taking that down. The queen onto the skelly spells and the new guard spells within the game. She is hopefully going to go down in a second. Loon's pushing through here, gets through the remaining wizard tower, but does indeed fall victim to the final few defenses. Minions and lava pups around the base. We will wait and see what percentage we get. Either way here, CrunchTime just need to continue getting them safe 2 stars. Phantom KS are 2 stars behind already, so they need 2 3 stars to catch up, and that is not even talking about percentage, that is purely talking about stars. But 10 attacks, they've got plenty of attacks to do it. They've only used 1, 9 attacks they have remaining. Kevin is going to be able to get close to 85%. Looks like it's going to be approximately 84% here. Beautiful stuff, as he's going to let the minions and lava pups get to work, continue to clear out them buildings, because every percentage matters. When you have these small 5v5, 10v10 wars, every single building counts. 85% it is for Kevin of CrunchTime. And where do they move from here? Strong start. Can they maintain it in order to get the victory? We have another live attack straight in, and this is going to happen from now on, guys. I will tell you that. This is the number 1 player, or number 1 ranked in the war of Phantom KS. I'm not even going to attempt to explain that name. The king gets caught on the enemy king. The giant bomb well placed to get rid of the barbarians, and the Tesla farm also doing good work there, is going to stall his king out and lead the queen around the corner so that she doesn't go to the town hall. This is an easy fix for him for the 2 stars, but again for the 3 it just means that he has to commit the slammer now to the town hall and not necessarily to pathing of the hogs, or he has to hit that with the hogs and use the Grand Warden's ability. Let's see which way he goes. The sweeper did him a favor there, pushing the healers out of the way of the multi-inferno. Here comes the slammer in front of the queen. Good ingenuity, because that is going to allow the queen into the base here, but he's got to keep an eye on these healers, and they are taking a lot of damage. No freeze spell. Could have used the jump in order to get in, but he's going to use that a little bit further across into the base here. Still has 28 hog riders, closing in on that 51%, where he can then bring them to the town hall. I'm pretty sure that is going to be his plan at this point. Lava Hound pops, no supporting minion or archer to help there, so the healers do go down 50%. The hog riders are already in. Fortunately gets that final percentage, gets to the Giga Tesla, and the Grand Warden's ability will be used in a second. There is that 2 star for Phantom KS. The jump spell not going to be needed for the hog riders, so it's in for the queen. Even if she gets that wizard tower, that is a big help, but obviously the enemy queen there picking off hog riders one after the other. Not what this attacker needs. The attacking queen is going to get to that area, but it is only going to be 70% here. Definitely putting them back in the right direction, but not quite what they need at this point. They've got to get some 3 stars. They've got to start getting that quick in order to stop CrunchTime's momentum and try and pick their confidence up. It is a 69% 2 star who is going to attack next. Oh, we have two attacks coming in, so we will try and flip between the two of them. But we have an attack versus number 2. Boom here of CrunchTime. Let's just see this attack first before we move to the other, because I'm interested to see how this base in particular will defend. We all know this player, very high profile player. So let's see how his base does. We have another attack coming in. 3 live attacks. We'll stick with this one a little bit so that we're not bouncing around too much, and then we will try and catch up from there. If there's any 3 stars, we will obviously jump to them. A huge kill squad here, pushing P.E.K.K.A.s, bowlers, everything into that town hall area. With the jump spell, going to get good value pushing through, but it is going to rely on this to get through the rest of the base. No jump spell for the back end of the base, and there's going to be a lot of damage in the middle here. Could have really done with another heal spell. He had a heal spell leading in, but now some of the troops are out of the way. The healers are on the P.E.K.K.A.s, and the bowlers do indeed now go down. But perhaps another heal would have helped there, not sure. P.E.K.K.A.s charge forward. They get to one of the multi-infernos. One P.E.K.K.A. has urged off to the side. Can it take that down? The Queen is on the outside of the base. I'm not sure this is going to work, guys. The P.E.K.K.A.s are, I mean, it's got legs, but I don't think they have enough to get to them 2 multi-infernos. Which one do we pick? Poison going in against number 1. They were stream sniping. They didn't want to be on the stream, guys. Let's see how this guy does as he's pushing through with a similar strategy here. The P.E.K.K.A. smash, using them healers. This one looks a bit more promising than the last one, as he's got plenty of bowlers to support the P.E.K.K.A.s. They're able to just get in there, snipe off them defenses as the P.E.K.K.A.s are tanking. And this one looks a bit more promising. We have 1 healer on the king. Not the end of the world, because that might help the king get that little bit further around. Let's stick with this one for the moment, because I think this has potential for the 3 stars. Still has the king's ability. Very sensibly waits until that giant bomb goes off. Now has to press the queen's ability, and everything just falls down to the dust there. We are left with just a couple of P.E.K.K.A.s, and the bowlers are gone. And at this point, I actually don't think they have enough time more than anything else. They might have enough stamina to get through the base. There's not a lot of DPS in one area, as long as the healers stay within the troops, but I don't think we have a chance there. It was a 2-star against Boom. Let's head on across to base number 5 and have a look at this one. Promising again from Phantom KS, but with 38 seconds, it's not going to be enough time, just not enough support troops. Very, very close there. Looking at the army composition, looks like they hit 3 P.E.K.K.A. smash strategies. Bang, 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 right after the other. E-Drag used to funnel on this one, getting them that comfortable high percentage, but not enough for the 3, and that is now 5 attacks down. They have to hit 2 3-stars with their remaining 5 attacks in order to get back into this. So they have a mountain to climb, but not out of it yet. CrunchTime have plenty of time in order to hit some more 3-stars and put it out of sight. But as we come back across to the board here, Phantom KS with 9 stars, however, 5 attacks used. CrunchTime with 7 stars, only 3 used, so definite advantage for CrunchTime. Here we are, the main man himself, Boom, coming in against base number 2. It is a Queen Charge Lalo. High expectations, very skillful attacker. So let's see what happens here as he comes in with that 1 balloon to pull the CC, activate them traps, knows there is going to be a ton of stuff by that town hall. The Queen can pull it down here where there's not enough damage and just deal with them separately. Poison spell comes in. Healers in range of them archers and took a lot of damage there. Wanted to delay on the poison spell just that little bit in order to ensure it was still in place to take down the lava pups. I'm not sure he lost a healer or 2 there, might have lost 1, but as he moves forward here, has the coconut loons in order to test. There is Tesla farms there, so assumably some sort of giant bombs as well. Wall breakers coming in as we try and charge the Queen towards the multi-inferno, up towards the eagle. Lovely use of the wall breakers. She can reach the multi. I'm actually not sure that we even lost a healer. We might have just lost one now. The king gets rid of that tornado trap, which again is a good thing. Queen going to come back around now. All of the traps pretty much gone within that area. The queen can now snipe off that town hall. Free, she's not under any damage. 1 minute 40 on the clock. Once this town hall goes down, you will see the Lalo starting to come in, presumably from, I would probably say, from this left-hand side for pathing around from that air sweeper. Try and get to that eagle pretty quickly as he moves forward. 1 minute 20 on the clock. Ooh, that was cutting it fine. I thought he was going to risk it, but pop the queen's ability. The freeze spell onto the king. With a Lalo, you can wait that little bit longer in terms of time, but this is a mammoth queen charge. Going to have to start that Lalo pretty soon, wanting this air defense, assumably, before it is started, but this is insane. Battle ends in 1 minute. Queen goes down, unfortunately, and here we go. Can he get pathing to the eagle? Assumably, he wanted that queen to do a little bit more, but all is not lost here. I love as well at the top of the screen when you see all of the spectators, balloons having to come in from each and every angle. If nothing else, there are trash buildings on the outside which could get extra percentage in case of a time fail. Grand Warden, move forward, my man. Get to where them loons are. Finally decides to do that instead of following two loons. Moving forward, they are unfortunately going to go down. The archer tower at the top there going to take a bit of damage. Not going to get to that eagle. Spreads the minions around. Low on time here. How much percentage can they get? Close to 80%. So again, had that safe 2-star plan in the bag. Didn't quite go perfectly there. Wanted the queen up and towards the eagle, I would have thought, but 82% still keeps CrunchTime moving forward. We have Ionaut coming in against base number 8, and it is with the P.E.K.K.A. Smash. We have seen Phantom KS using this, so let's see if we can use it against them to take them out. The queen coming in from this left-hand side. Where's he going to be punching in from? Right up towards these multis would be the guess. Straight into here, straight down towards that town hall. There it is, the king starting to set up that funnel already so that the wrecker can come in from 11 o'clock. Or the slammer he has. Okay, maybe we're using the jump and the slammer down to the other inferno. Didn't even look at the siege machines. It is going to be 2 jumps, which to be fair gives him good access through the base, and the slammer can then be used onto the town hall if needed, but down to that southern area, I would think, in order to just condense the fire. Queen decides to continue coming down this area, but he's got more than enough punch coming through. Again, we've got the slammer as a backup plan here to come into that town hall if needed. Bowlers are going to activate it as everything moves forward. That one P.E.K.K.A. decides to go solo, and it's a good job it does. Going to get the multi-inferno down, everything stalls down to the bottom of the base, and it is going to require the slammer, but what kind of pathing does he have towards the Giga Tesla here? Going to have to wait until the queen is taking out some of these defenses. He could put the slammer in from 9 o'clock, you know, once the queen's took a lot of this out, and that would directly target the Giga Tesla, but he's just going to wait, allow the queen to take this area out, and then move through. Clearly wanted the queen in there as well, didn't want his troops to split as much, and then I think he wanted the slammer at 6 o'clock, but he's gonna have to use it for the town hall. Has to be patient now in order to ensure that the pathing is straight onto the town hall, but he can't really miss it too much. It should even move from the cannon left to the Giga Tesla, to be honest, but it might go to the archer tower. Going to wait until the queen gets to this area, and if nothing else, has a bit more tankage as well for the town hall. This could be the miracle that Phantom KS need. If he misses it, then Phantom KS gain 1 star back, but I'm not too sure that he's going to. Still got that queen's ability, which will be used in a second, as there's not too many healers. Manages to hold on to it that little bit longer. 30 seconds. Going to be able to take down that town hall relatively quickly, and there you go. There's that slammer, like we said. Predicted 9 o'clock, but he's cut it in that little bit less, but it is still going to direct to the town hall. As it comes in, there is a black bomb, but there's no sweeper, so it is going to get the damage. He's going to have to pop that slammer in a second as the tornado trap is pulling him everywhere. It is loons in there, haste inside it, it goes down. Phantom KS would have been really loving that, but it is not going to happen for them. It is a 2-star. It is 86%, very close to be fair, coming down to it, but got the save too, and the high percentage at that. We have Thief coming in of CrunchTime. We will watch this one, and Phantom KS just started an attack, and we have a third one. Let's have a quick look at this. The Queen charge into Lalo. Let's see if CrunchTime can get another 3-star. Then we'll jump across and see what Phantom KS are doing on return. I think that might have been another attack coming in. Healer's coming onto that Queen. Has to press that ability. I think he might have waited that a little bit too long there. Don't think he wanted to burn that ability quite as fast. Wallbreak have targeted the wrong wall here. Needs to get in towards the multi, but can still reach the Queen. Just means he's taking a lot of damage from the multi. Probably can't reach the Eagle Artillery either. Could try and... oh, he has a jump. He has a jump. Okay, guys, he's got the jump down in that army composition. I need to look at the army composition before I start commentating. He's got this in the bag, but the healers still take a lot of damage. I think he wanted that jump for later on in the raid, though. Has it in the bag as a safety net. Queen going to stall on the Hound here. 2 minutes on the clock, trying to get a little bit further, has to get in towards that Eagle before starting the Lalo, or at least get close to it so he can be ensured that his Queen can take that down. Going to have even more traps in the area, holding him up. I think we might skip out of this in a second, because as time ticks on, it is not going to happen. We will come back to it, guys, but we've got so many other attacks that we need to come out of it and just check what is happening here. As Strike comes in for CrunchTime, didn't quite get the Town Hall there, nearly took it down without even activating it. That would have been pretty special, but the Queen now has direct access to the Eagle, to the enemy Queen, and to the Town Hall. 3 very vital defenses to get down before starting your Hog Riders, and there must have been an Inferno down here as well, because there's only 2 left on the base. CC troops are down. 30 Hog Riders, 3 heals, and a Rage. This is looking very, very good, if you ask me. Uses that final Rage to help the Queen through, but only 1 minute for the Hog Riders. Has took a little bit of time in getting these in. Let's hope he has enough to get through the base. Enough time, should we say. I think he's got more than enough firepower. 57 seconds on the clock. It is going to be a battle against the clock here to see if he can get it done. Spreading them wizards in, obviously, nice and quickly, as the Hog Riders come in from the north as well, catching up on time. Grand Warden still has the ability, probably going to use it after these wizard towers, moving on towards the multi-inferno there, reinforcing with more Hog Riders to the top to keep the main pack in the base itself. Still has a heal, 30 seconds on the clock. He has caught this up massively. Grand Warden used to help the Hog Riders through. Final heal over all of these buildings. It looks very promising, but with only 18 seconds, there is an Archer Queen altar in the center of the base and nothing to take it out. We need the Grand Warden to turn and snipe it, and there are too many defenses to make this a 3-star. Has the legs, has the power, but it's not enough time, unfortunately. Queen stalling on them charges, 87% from Strike. Let's move across to see if Phantom KS can get their own 3-star. Taken out the top area of the base, 50% already, and has mass dragons coming through this base. Going to get the Eagle down towards the end of the raid here, so that could be a problem. Town Hall goes down, so the save 2 is in the bag, but that is not what they need. They need the 3-stars, and William GT knows it. He has to get a 3-star here, but it's not going to happen for them. The dragons have been pulled out to the right side. There's not enough power to get through the base. There's not enough time. There's only 25 seconds on the clock, so definitely took way too long in setting that one up. Is there any more attacks? I think that was the last one that was going in there, and it is. Once that attack closes out, which it does, we can have a look at the scores. Phantom KS in the lead on percent, but an attack in the lead. Every base worth 10%, which means CrunchTime are, well, they're well in the lead in terms of stars, guys, aren't they? But Phantom did indeed get themselves a 3-star here with Eric getting it against Faith, base number 4, and it was the Pekka Bobat. I will try and quickly go through it, but we have a live Azuka Can he get it done here? They've caught up a star, Phantom KS. They have the advantage on percentage, only just by the look of it. CrunchTime 1 star in the lead, but they've got to be careful here. There are plenty of attacks left, and if Phantom KS get another 3 star, then they are very much leapfrogging back into the lead. It is going to be an intense finish. We have the king trying to set up that funnel on the right side, allows the P.E.K.K.A to go through that wall, weaken it a little bit for the wall wrecker, and the queen will quickly follow. Once the air defense is down initially, the healers will then come in. There they are. Didn't quite get that Tesla farm down with the king. 2 dragons in the CC. Interesting there, because the queen is so far away. We have an air defense right next to where they would be popped, so an interesting use of them dragons. Not sure whether he swagged them troops or whether that was intended to ensure the CC went down, but with the queen there, I'm not sure he had the right CC set up. Moving through the base, we have the heals onto the bowlers primarily, the healers onto the P.E.K.K.As, but then bowlers can do a lot of damage behind the P.E.K.K.As. Queen able to snipe off the lava pups. We have 1 minute and 45 here, trying to snipe off any buildings to increase that percentage. Again, CrunchTime 1 star in the lead, slightly behind on percentage when you calculated it, and they need to increase every single bit that they can. Rage spells in the center, but everything is fizzling out at this point. We have 1 P.E.K.K.A left, trying desperately to get through the skeleton spells. Queen trying to do what she can. We have a freeze and the ability to clear any type of buildings and open up any type of percentage. Look at this bowler trying to snipe off that Tesla. Beautiful work there from the bowler. Obviously, don't think that was intended, but we will take it as it continues to take out buildings. The queen goes down. Not sure where the freeze will be used. He's going to swag it alongside the wizards, probably down this area. There are some low HP buildings that he can spread, get close to the 70%, decides to use it over to that area on the west. Only going to be about 70%. I think he probably wanted more than that, to be honest with you. Can they close this final building? 69% it is going to be for this attack, and that is going to mean that when the attacks are squared up, CrunchTime behind on percent like we said, but 1 star in the lead. Fail time. You've seen a pro interview of him on my channel. What a beast. If anyone can get the 3 stars within these dying moments, you can assure that he has the potential to do that. It is the queen charge into Lava Loon. 3 multi-infernos. Wizard towers reasonably spread around the base. Just waiting here, chilling before he starts out. And as we move in, just making sure everything is fine. No technical issues. The iPad is still on the screen, so all is good as we come in with the king to swipe around that top area. Giant just a tank for the wall breakers to get in here. Need to get the queen onto that town hall and around into the center of the base. Has that jump spell to provide access for the queen and the eagle. 2 minutes 30 already. Needs to ensure the queen goes into the base here and not down to the bottom. She does. She turns and comes into the base. That loon was epic in order to take out a couple of the air traps. Town hall going to go down. Hopefully we're looking at a high percentage here as well to move CrunchTime up on percentage, so that even if Phantom KS get that star back, we could still be in the lead on percentage. Another rage for the queen as she comes into the contact of the enemy queen. Has to freeze her as well because she's stuck in the tornado trap. That balloon at the top is enough to tank the defenses up there. Queen able to easily take out the enemy queen. Waiting on the jump spell until she has taken out a few more of the defenses here. Unfortunately clips that black bomb and loses a healer, uses the jump to direct her over to the right of the base. Hopefully he can get the eagle, the multi, and the Lalo can start from that left hand side as it comes in straight away here. Warden in quickly to hopefully get him on top of the loons and not any of the minions. Slammer moving in as well, took a lot of damage onto them loons early on, uses the ability, no heal spell to put them back up, so we have to try and get the tankage as a lot of loons took a lot of damage. The queen has gone down, she didn't quite get the multi or the eagle, so it's looking like doom and gloom for these balloons. But how far can they get through the base? The slammer doing a fantastic job. Warden's ability already used, no more spells in the bag, but once you know that you're going to struggle, you've got to use them to get the most percentage possible. That is exactly what CrunchTime need here. They're still up a star. If they can get that percentage, it is going to be pretty much as good as a star moving down to it, because Phantom KS only have 2 attacks left, but it is 2 attacks where they could still win this. It is going to close out. I don't think he can snipe any more buildings here apart from these 2 at the bottom, so it's going to be 85% for fail time, and that is a good percentage. I say that's pretty promising. Moving down to it, let's just ensure he can get this, trying to wait for the minions. Is the gold storage going to fall? It does. 85% for fail time, closing out there and putting CrunchTime in a good position for these final few attacks. Still behind on percentage, but clearly it's all down to what Phantom KS do within them final 2 attacks. It is CrunchTime coming in, Sham 1 with their final attack. It is the Hog Riders. They've seen success with this. They've had 3 stars with it. If they get a 3-star here, they virtually close this one out. Phantom KS would need 2 3-stars from their 2 remaining attacks. Sham1 with a lot of pressure on his shoulders here to move CrunchTime forward within this EWU tournament. This is the playoffs, the first round of the playoffs. CrunchTime on their way to victory. There is your baby dragon moving in. Pops off a defense before hitting one of the black air bombs, going to take out this northern area. Has 2 skelly spells for the queen or the king as well. What is that even for? The queen should probably be reached here, I would think. If we can get that town hall quick enough, we might be able to reach the queen, but as a backup plan, does have them 2 skellies. Yeah, she's probably not going to reach it, actually. I was thinking that there was a lot moving forward. But let's just see. The king is going to get through that. I don't know. The queen could probably still get this if she can reach. Queen's definitely going to get that queen. Why did I even doubt myself? Queen's going to get that queen. Pop that ability. Down she goes. Skelly spells not going to be needed for the queen. Come on. Boom. Down she goes. Yes. So that is the king and queen down. He can use the skellies to basically distract things at this point. Uses 1 Hog Rider to the right hand side, presumably just to check for any traps, I guess. Or it was a misclick. Plenty of Hog Riders from the left hand side, trying to just swoop through the entire base itself. Has all of his heals, all of his troops for the hogs, sniping off the buildings at the bottom very sensibly to keep the main pack through the center, to the eagle, to the multi-infernos. They have missed an expo there, which could be costly. That's going to take a lot of damage. Uses the skellies in the middle then, just to kind of tank for this area, for all of the defenses moving through. Hopefully they will be just shooting at the skellies and not the Hog Riders, but he's going down quick here. Not too many Hog Riders left. Has 1 left in the bag. Uses the freeze. Has a heal left, but I'm not sure he's going to get any further than this. There's virtually no hogs within that heal. It's only going to be about a 70% for CrunchTime. Still had them skellies, but oh man, can Phantom KS get a better percentage than that? If they get a 3 here, they will probably take the victory. Let's just see. Man, P.E.K.K.A. Smash again. P.E.K.K.A. Bobat this time. They've mixed in some bat spells, so can they use that successfully? 3 multi-infernos. Wizard towers are spread around where he could probably take them out relatively easily in terms of if that P.E.K.K.A. gets down there, he might be able to tank it with the bats. A big push coming through the base here, taking out the archers in the center. The Lava Hound is going to pop right in the middle as well when we're taking all of that damage, and there's a lot of damage now with the multi Infernos, shredding everything here. The healers taking a lot of damage as well. That's what we need down. That's what CrunchTime need to have down. Once the healers fall, there's not a lot else through the base. The Pecker, I think, was distracting that wizard tower. I'm not sure if he needed that freeze spell. I'm really not sure, because the bats are now going to stall out. No way this is a 3. I mean, that one might even struggle to get the higher percentage. And let's have a look at this one. This looks a bit more promising for them. Lots of Hog Riders, but with the Town Hall not activated, going to have to use the Slammer for it. So no problem for the 2 stars. Can he close this one out? That is a lot of Hog Riders moving through. A very well-placed heal spell allows them to get the eagle, allows them to move through, but then they've got a dangerous area here next to that multi. Even if they get through the defenses, they've got the splash of the wizard tower, which does go down. One Hog Rider with no health sets off the giant bomb. So fortunate there. That could have been such a dangerous area. Lots of Hog Riders with the healers. Do not even tell me that they're going to close this one out. It is looking pretty good here with the Hogs. Going to be able to get the defenses. Has he got enough time? I think it is going to be a time fail, would be my guess. Does have some troops. He should be getting them troops in now. What is he waiting for? Get the archers and the goblin in. You've got 40 seconds to clear all of these buildings. I don't think he has a chance to get the storages. 30 seconds. I don't know. There's a lot of Hog Riders there. The Queen is going to take down that section. Are they going to get this? Are they really going to close this one out? 20 seconds. They're not. The Hog Riders split. Why does he still have 3 archers and a goblin? He could have potentially got this one had he have placed them here and all of the Hog Riders came to the storages, but because of that, he's probably got the scroll bar, forgot about them troops. Oh, that is gutting for him, but that is going to ensure that CrunchTime take the victory here, 21-20. They were behind on percent, but they did what they needed to do. They got them stars. They got the 3 stars, and it was the 1 star from Phantom KS which didn't help them out, and they were unable to then catch that one up. So that closes out the war. CrunchTime move forward to the next round. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Until next time, peace out.